Hello, badasses. It's good to see you tonight. Thank you for being here. I hope you are all doing well. Hopefully you're having a good Wednesday. Appreciate you joining me for tonight's stream. It's good to see you all. And thank you so much, Hiki, for the tier 1 sub. Thank you so much. I appreciate you very, very much, Hiki. Mwah. It's good to see you. Thank you for your continued support. 16 months is crazy. Thank you very much for being here. Hello, hello. Hello, Dark. It's good to see you. I appreciate your good vibes as always. It's good to have you here, Dark. And happy birthday to Anja. It's always good to see familiar faces. I know it feels like 6 months. No. That is my inexperience, Hiki. But it's 16. But no, it's been for much longer. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Hello, Pi. It's good to see you. Thank you so much for being here today. If you all could wish Anja a happy birthday, that'd be wonderful. Thank you, Croyd, for the 70 stream streak. Thank you, Milk Tea, for being here. And Mora, hello. And Croyd, of course, and Darth. And anyone else who may be here tonight. Good evening, Lewis. It's good to see you. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you. Thank you so much for dropping in. Tonight, we have some plans. And I'll be getting into those plans. I mean, you could just read the title, and that will tell you all you need to know. But we have some unfinished business, so we're going to wrap up this game. And it seems that I will be the one to do it. Good evening. Good evening, chat. It's good to see you tonight. I hope you all are doing well and having a fine Wednesday. Let's beat this boss tonight. We're going to beat both of the bosses tonight. That is what we're going to do, absolutely. It's good to see you, Danny. Hello, hello. Hello, Porto. I got a belly full of sushi and I'm off tomorrow. Bring on the stream. You are in the right stream to be in, Portal. It's good to see you as well. Thank you so much for the support and being here. Thank you, everyone else. Thank you, everyone, for being here this evening. I hope you all are having a fine Wednesday. Finish the game? Right. Yes, we only have 2 bosses left to fight. The final boss. Well, the final boss and the final boss. So I do think that we will be finishing the game. We 100%ed the map yesterday. And so we've seen all there is to see in this game. There's just a couple of loose ends to tie up, and I think it'll be very interesting to see what happened. So it's good to have you all here for our finale of this lovely indie Metroidvania that we've been playing for the last 12 streams. Well, not 12 streams, but we played this game for 12 streams, so. Good evening, Danny. How dost thou do this fine evening? I am doing well. I have not eaten food. I am relatively on an empty stomach because I had the last of my dinner very early this morning while hanging out with a good friend, another purple cat. I was hanging out with her. And I ate the last of my meal, so I was going to cook myself some proper food today, but I'm not full, but I'm also not hungry, so I decided not to eat any food tonight. I do have some rice in the rice cooker if I decide to eat some food this evening, but for now, I will have to eat something, probably after stream. Because, you know, I do have to take my meds, so I do need to eat something tonight. But yes, it's good to see you, Danny. Definitely been loving the content. Thank you very much, Lewis. I truly appreciate the feedback. I know we had, I know that regular Neph, you know, I know that red Neph, basically. We need to come up with a better name for her. You know, normal Neph, usual Neph, the one that you all know and love. But I know you guys secretly love me more, of course. I know that you all had a very lively discussion about giving feedback, and I'm in agreement with her. More feedback is always very helpful to the streamer. So I appreciate you letting me know that you've been enjoying the content thus far. So that is good news. I'm happy to hear that, Lewis. I hope that others have been enjoying it as well. So thank you so much for being here and for your continued support. So we do have some new redeems. That's why I'm running a bit late. We do have a couple of new redeems. Some of you may have missed the badass redeem. Okay, that's strange that that did not fire off as it was supposed to. It's strange. Give me a second. I was sure to test everything. Give me a moment. It's probably a relatively easy fix. Oh, I know what I didn't do. I forgot a step. In my hurried nature, I forgot the final step. But give me a moment, chat. I will put on the aviators for now, so you guys can see them. So yes, we do have we have the badass redeem. That is back. And as the description says, it applies to all forms of me. So you can redeem that for any form, whether it's a doggo or a cat. Either will work. So we will get this resolved in just a moment. My apologies. So give me a second. So let's see about this. I think for now we're just gonna toss this in any action because for whatever reason StreamerBot has been lagging as of late. It's been lagging and I don't know why. So actually for now what I will do is, it seems that again StreamerBot has been very, I want to say unoptimized. It's been very unoptimized lately. So I'm unable to add the changes that I need to add at the moment, chat. But I will simply activate them as needed. So no worries. That will be fixed for the next stream for you guys to activate manually without me having to do so. But thankfully I added the manual activation, so we do have sunglasses. And again, these are all previously available channel point redeems. I will put back on the aviators in a bit, so don't worry. But we do have the aviators from me, or the sunglasses that you can hang. So that's, you know, very simple redeem. That is just for me. And then there is one for regular Neph as well. And they're very clearly delineated in the channel point redeems. So let's go ahead and put the aviators back on. The aviators will be on for 30 minutes. Sorry, 5 minutes. My bad. That has been changed. And the sunglasses will be present for as long as people want them on, really. So, that is what you all can expect. Again, these are very small updates. I'll be making incremental updates as time goes on. That is the best way to do it, to keep you guys aware that we do have these redeems, and that you guys can interact with me beyond simply typing in the chat. So, please do keep that in mind. How are you all doing tonight, though? I hope you all are doing very well. My Wednesday has been relatively simple. I haven't done a whole lot today. I basically woke up, did my workout, And since I didn't do a whole lot of DMing today, but I just kind of woke up and did my thing and basically got prepared for tonight's stream. So that's essentially what we have going on. I be well. Thank you for letting me know, Milk Tea. I appreciate that. I do hope that you guys have been... I don't know what you all have been up to today. I know many of you have a much different lifestyle than I do, and it would be nice to hear about how you've been doing and how your day has gone. That would be nice to hear about if you'd like to share. Doing good, having a blast, learning to play Ed in Street Fighter 6. Oh, interesting. Okay, that's very cool. You guys know I used to compete in Street Fighter, so that's really, really good. I hope you're having fun. I hope Ed has been fun. He's always been a very fun character to play. And it's so funny that you say that, because a lot of my reason for not really sticking with Street Fighter 6 was knowing that Ed would be in the game. However, I actually mained Falk in Street Fighter 5, and I got to Diamond with Falk in Street Fighter 5. So it's actually very encouraging that you are using Ed. He's always been a very, very interesting character, kind of a replacement for M. Bison, otherwise known as Balrog to the west. So that's very, very cool. I wonder why they haven't added Balrog yet. But, you know, I'm sure many of you know the lore of Street Fighter. Maybe you guys don't know the Street Fighter lore, but there was a big issue with localization with the original Street Fighter games. And back in the day, in Japan, they had named Balrog M. Bison. And and who was named M. Bison in the West was named Dictator in the East. And Vega, who was named Vega in the West, was actually named Balrog in the East. So that whole thing, because they were afraid of racism back in the early 90s. And I'm pretty sure that's the reason why. It just kind of made more sense to avoid naming a black boxer M. Bison. So they chose to name him Balrog in the West. And then they named M. Bison... Well, they named Dictator M. Bison, and then they named Balrog Vega. I'm not sure if you knew that, but if you didn't know that, now you know. The factory I work at has been having robots break, so yesterday has been extremely easy. Caused the company to make us come in Saturday, though. Ah, I see. So instead of having to work throughout the week, you've had a very easy week, but you have to do overtime because of the robots slowing down production. That does make sense. That does make sense. So, I'm sorry to hear that, but I hope that you've been able to at least make the most of your free time. And unfortunately, you do have to lose your weekend, but, you know, you do have a bit of free time during the week. So... I'm sure you're making the most of your time the best that you can. Sadly, I'm new to it. I see. Well, that's all right. I'm glad that you are enjoying playing Street Fighter 6. I think that's great. I think that's wonderful. And I hope that you're having a good time with it. But if you didn't know the history, a little bit of Street Fighter lore, I hope that I helped educate you in that regard and share some key facts about the game. Currently purging IRL connections on Discord to separate Milk Persona from IRL one. No beef, I friended all on other accounts that'll serve for IRL. Wait, IRL Sona? IRL Sona. So... Okay, so I've never heard of someone regard themselves as an IRL Sona. So forgive me for being a bit confused. It's usually just IRL identity, but maybe there's something I don't know. Maybe there's a detail that I've missed. Also clearing out friends list from people I don't talk to anymore. That's fair. I think that's reasonable. I think it makes sense to remove people. My bad, OG. No worries. I'm simply trying to understand, so that's fine. Identity is the word I should have used. Got you. Okay, yeah. Sona is typically what I've heard it used as a fictional version of oneself. So yeah, I mean, I guess you can use whatever word you wish to use, but yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense to cull the herd, as it were. You know, separate the wheat from the chaff, as they say. So I understand that. But no worries. Added money is always a good thing. Of course. I would love some added money, but that requires me to do certain things on stream and content-wise. So it would be nice to have added money as well. That's always very good, very nice. Hello, Hunter. Hello, good to see you. Much love to you as well. I hope you're doing well. Thank you so much for being here and supporting me as you do. It's always good to have my mods here on hand. I appreciate all you all do, as always. But yes, I'm typically the kind of person who I typically like to keep people on the friends list because you never know who you may actually talk to. You never really know if you will chat with someone again. And I typically hesitate to remove people from my friends list because I tend to believe that people who I've added to my friends list are people who I see as valuable people in my life. Whether I talk to them every day or talk to them every 3 to 4 months, I struggle with removing people because I like to think that my personal assessment of the individual is well-founded. So, in general, I tend to keep people on my friends list and just be very choosy about who I add in the first place. But I know that people tend to be very, open and just free-flowing with their friend requests. So, I think it's very smart if you're more free-flowing and you need to just, lessen the amount of pressure that you have to interact with people on your friends list. So I think that is relatively wise to do. So, yes, Hunter, I hope you're doing well. It's good to see you. Thank you very much for being here. As always, it's good to have you here this evening. I hope that you've been having a fine Wednesday. I hope that everyone here has been having a fine Wednesday. So, but yes, Lewis, it's good to hear that you are enjoying Street Fighter 6. I wish that I could enjoy the game and get back into fighting games myself, but I do find myself these days more focused on using my time for content creation, as it is my job after all. It is the way that I make a living, and I find it very important to focus on that. But I know that you're trying to enjoy your time and enjoy your freedom that you have. So I do hope that you continue to have fun with a very fond pastime that I once had. Just gaming, watching Papa Meat videos on YouTube. Ah, I see. Papa Meat. I recently met Papa Meat. He was present during the Bartender Babe stream that Rogue and I did. He was actually present there, and he actually was quite, he's been, for whatever reason, I've been seeing him around a lot more recently, and he showed up during the Bartender Babe stream, and he actually followed me on Twitter. So it's surprising that you've heard of this individual. I did not hear of him until literally our Bartender Babe stream that we did about 2 weeks ago on Valentine's Day. So that's very interesting. I hope that you've been enjoying the viewing. I don't know anything about their content, but they at least found me interesting enough, maybe because of my association with Rogue, to send me a follow, and I sincerely appreciate it. But I haven't done much research on them. So yeah, that's very interesting. They seem to be making a dent in the online consciousness of streaming. I hope to do that myself at some point. I do have many clips that I need to release on YouTube, and I need to edit them and put them out on YouTube, and I need to hopefully find, more opportunities to, reach that level of permeation in the online consciousness in the YouTube and the VTuber scene. I certainly hope that I can. Certainly hope so. But everything requires time and effort and dedication to that. So maybe after tonight's stream, I will see about that and see about doing that. But that's good. That's good to hear. I do hope that you continue to enjoy your evening and obviously be keeping an eye on what goes on here and hopefully enjoy my stream as well while you are gaming. It's I imagine it to be quite challenging to game and watch videos and watch my stream at the same time, but perhaps you've perfected a technique that I'm unaware of. So I will trust my mods to do as they need to in order to enjoy their evening. Got a second monitor for a reason? Oh, right. Okay, that makes sense. Okay, wonderful. Wonderful then. Okay, well, I will leave you to it then. Good. All right. Well, as I said, I do have some new redeems. I know they're very minor, but we do have some new ones. I also removed the tail from the dog. So doggo mode no longer has the tail. That's a very minor update. We didn't have much time to do many updates today, but we at least do have the sunglasses. We do have that, and more will be added as time goes on, as we continue to revise and add in the new, not the new, but add in old redeems that were removed because obviously we have a new model. So I appreciate you all being here as well and enjoying that. I do hope that my new approach to Dark Neph isn't too off-putting. I have essentially kind of changed around a bit of the identity. I haven't really talked a whole lot about this, but I have chosen to change around a bit of the identity. I guess the classification of personality traits. I've tried to change those around in lieu of getting a bit closer to my ideal form using this particular model. Baddie arc? No. I've always had this form trip, but it's good to see you, by the way. I know you're new to my community and new to my community in general. So this isn't an arc. I've always had a Dark Neph form. So this just is the form that I've chosen to use tonight, and people can change it as they wish. If they do not want to hear me talk and regard people in this way, then that can always be changed. That is, people have the power to do that if they so choose by using channel points or your badass credits, as we call them here. But it's good to see you, Trip. Welcome in. I hope you're doing well. I hope you have had a fine week so far. Thank you so much for dropping in. It's always very hit or miss when I meet a new person and I tell them that I stream. I don't really expect them to ever show up, but you did. And I certainly hope that you'll continue to do so. I hope you find yourself entertained here, if nothing else. Or at the very least, you'll lurk, and that will be fine too. But I do hope that you've been having a great week so far. But yes, yeah, this form is very much a, I've chosen to go a bit formal with this form. I know that this has classically been the more, you know, bad-mouthing, very, like, aggressively, like, you know, the dark form. But I do think that there's something to be said about having class as a villain, you know, taking a bit of a classy villain approach with this form, and then changing all of the loud, very, you know, New Yorker, New Jersey type personality for regular Neph, and so she will carry the torch in that regard, and I will be a little bit more subdued. And hopefully that is not seen as off-putting or as if I'm talking down to you. I will still be no nonsense. You will still get the truth from me, and you will still very much get a form of me that, yeah, a bit of, you know, bitter truths that you probably won't get with the regular version of me. So I do hope that that is Alright. I don't know, you know, again, you know, as always, I do hope that, you know, chat is interested and engaged. But in any case, if chat is relatively quiet this evening, that is okay. That as well. So, I suppose we should get into the game then. You know, things seem to be more on the quieter side this evening. So, let's just get into the game. Take care of business. I don't have a whole lot else to say. So, I hope that you guys will enjoy yourself tonight and find tonight to be fun and enjoyable. Okay, let's go ahead and get into it. We will change the category. And we will change the scene, of course. Okay. I have a question, chat. Have I been able to be heard? Was it difficult to hear me talk this entire time? I do hope that I have been audible despite the music. Is that a thing that has been an issue at all? I would hope levels are good. Thank you. I'm glad that someone could reply. Thank you very much. I would expect my mods to be more, I guess, aware, but it is what it is. Thank you very much, Trip. I appreciate the feedback. I hope it hasn't been hard to hear me speak the entire time because of the music. There was some ducking going on, but yeah. Good to know. Good to know. All right. The ducking is classy. Thank you. Thank you. It's a relatively new addition to my audio, but you know, it's it's still kind of sorting itself out. Hello, Last Hit. It's good to see you. Thank you so much for being here tonight. I hope that you are doing well. It's always very, very good to see you, and I hope your week has been off to a good start. Okay. So, it's a pleasure to be here. It's a pleasure to have you here. It's a pleasure to have all of you here. So, let's go ahead and get started. Okay. So, chat. We are in the tail end of this very indie Metroidvania called KOTAMA and Academy Citadel. I was given a code to play this game, I would say early January, and we have been playing it for the last, I would say at this point, 6 weeks. So we will be wrapping up the game tonight. I have no intentions of delaying this this conclusion, and so we will be wrapping up the game tonight. We only have a final boss to fight, and a final boss to fight. The map has been 100%ed, and most of the items have been collected. But we will most likely be seeing the conclusion to this game tonight. So thank you for joining me for episode 12, technically, but we're gonna say this is episode 11, part 2. This is what we should have done last night. The game does take a bit of time to load, so please be patient. Again, I do hope you've been doing well last hit. Okay, so as is shown here, the map is 99.75 done. We have seen all of the people. Database. Ah, it seems that we have not gotten all of the informative squares. That's unfortunate. We are also still missing. Well, okay, we're missing 1 square, and we're still missing 2. Yes. Okay, I know what these two. Additions will be. These 2 additions will be the final form of Juliet, as well as the final form of myself. But we do have all 52 of our hints of ourselves. What else? So we're basically pretty much at the tail end of things. We are still missing 2 memo cards. Not quite sure how that is. We have all of the films. There still may be one last thing that we need to do. There may be one last NPC that we need to follow up with. So actually, before we go... Actually, you know what? Actually, we're gonna beat this boss first. And then after we beat this boss, we will go check in with this particular NPC. I think we've done all that there is to do. There may be something else that we need to do. There may be one last thing that we need to wrap up. Maybe. But we will see. Alright. Let's get into it. Let me make sure that the game audio is actually hearable. Hopefully the game isn't going to crash. Okay, that's a relief. It didn't crash. Okay, so... let's see, gameplay. Okay. So there is gameplay audio. Let's go ahead and get into it. We attempted to beat this boss last night, but we got stuck on phase 3. I suspect that we'll be able to probably not one-shot the boss, but at the very least finish it in hopefully within the next hour or so. I didn't mean to do that. This is a bit of a warm-up, just a bit of a review of sorts. Remembering my buttons and such. Okay. Phase 2. Okay, you're going to hit me. And then you're going to drain my life. We heal. Parry. Okay, we will... Nice. Heal. Parry. Unfortunate. Okay. heal. Parry. Again. Just again. There's a huge spread. Okay, that is wild. Okay, good. Parry. Get a refill on life. Okay. Phase 3. We'll switch to whip. Dodge attack. We will not heal because we're gonna get drained. Unfortunately, we didn't get drained. I miscalculated there. Okay, so yeah, phase 3 is definitely a bit of a adjustment. So, we're gonna go ahead and stick with that. I also need to pull up a thing. I totally forgot about this, so forgive me. So. Hello Gonzo. Yesterday was Cat Day. Support your local cat. Did not know that. But it was yesterday, so. But, thank you for the well wishes, Troy. And, the cute one? Yes, I suppose. Yeah, I guess I am the cute one. YouTube chat is always interesting. Always interesting. Okay. So... Okay. Sorry, chat. Just kind of clearing some things out. It's a little bit cluttered. Cluttered on my desktop. Okay. So now I should be able to see all of you accurately. Okay. Back to it. Hi. Hi. It's good to see you. Thanks so much for dropping in. I do hope that all has been well with you lately. Hello, Michael. Hope your day has been good. It's been a relatively quiet day. Both in my life and on stream, so I appreciate you letting me know that you are here, and hopefully your day has been well also. I basically woke up, did my workout, and prepared for tonight's stream. So it was relatively basic, but not a bad day. I hope your day has been well, Michael. Enjoying vacation time? I didn't even know you're on vacation. I need to dash through that. Hope you've been enjoying your vacation. It's fun, right? Nothing super exciting. That's the way I like it, honestly. I can definitely see that. You know, the less unexpected things happen, the better. I can certainly agree with that. I certainly do appreciate you guys, so let me know that you are present. We're currently trying to finish up this game. We're not doing too well. Okay. So we will refocus, reorganize, regroup, and hopefully be in a better state to beat this boss. So I'm going to lock in. I appreciate you guys being here. Again, if you ever want to say hello or say anything at all, you can actually say whatever you want. There are no limitations to talking in my chat. But I understand if people just want to have me playing in the background or muted, I guess, in some cases. So. Phase 2. Heal. Parry. We'll stop her in the tracks. Still life. I heal. Got her. Again. Good spread. There. Oh god, that's gonna take my life. That's unfortunate. I should have just healed. I thought I'd have an opportunity to steal from her. Heal. I'm into dash. phase 2 done. Phase 3 has been kind of a thorn in my ass. Going to heal. Okay. Heal again. Heal. Parry. Parry. For whatever reason, it didn't steal my life. Dash. I need to use my invincibility dash a lot more than I have been. Heal. Parry. Oh, come on. That's not good. I'm gonna heal again. Jumping off the edge is not ideal. I dashed incorrectly. Oh. Yeah, there's a lot going on here, and but this is the ending we wanted. This is the ending where we defy Juliet's wishes. Oh, that's unfortunate. Okay. That's unfortunate. Okay. Thank you for lurking, Apple. Hope you have a good rest. That's... Okay, so I think I've created a better strategy for handling Phase 3. I just need to refine it a bit. I believe in you, Neff. Thank you, Michael. I appreciate you. I appreciate you cheering for me and being engaged. Really do appreciate that, really. Okay. So she's going to hit me, and then lifesteal me. Well, not lifesteal me, but drain me of life. Thank goodness it's not a lifesteal. That'd be annoying as hell. I also need to remember that I can dash through enemies to put more Chrono Fluid on them. To get them to the state of Chrono Fluid detonation sooner. I have to remember that I'm allowed to do that. I dash through her, the more I can get her to detonation mode sooner. Dash. Nice steal. Ugh. Damn. Unfortunate. I keep holding on to not heal for the sake of seeing if I can detonate her to get life back. Okay, she's healing. That is unfortunate. God damn. Okay. Phase 3. Still only 1 life left. Having only 1 life left on phase 3 is just not a good look. That. I'm gonna keep holding. I'm gonna heal. Keep on holding. Come on, heal. That's good. Dash through. That's not what I was hoping for. And now I'm dead. Oh, that was close. I don't know how I survived that. Heal. Okay, we're going to stop you. Yeah, at this point we're basically just saving. We're saving the food detonation for the warning. Okay, food detonation reached. Okay, explosions. Heal. Parry. 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 Heal. Stop. Stop that. Furthest we've ever gotten. Heal. Heal again. This is literally the furthest we've ever gotten. Okay. Heal. Oh god. Oh, that's unfortunate. That's so what bad timing. What bad timing. Hello, Eager. Hello, Eager. Welcome in, welcome in. I hope you're doing well. Hello, Nomi. And hello, Gar. Hi, guys. Hi. Thank you so much for being here. We have these 2 last bosses to fight. So we're at the first one right now. But thank you very much, Gar. It is unfortunate that we were doing very, very well, but we unfortunately got frozen. There's no way to dodge the getting frozen. There's no way to dodge that, as far as I know. Hello, Aoki. Good to see you. Welcome in, welcome in. It might be possible to dash through to like invincible frames through the freeze. I don't think that's possible though. You got closer, so you're cooking more and more. Yeah. I have a general game plan now. Phase 3, it was taking me a while to form a game plan, but now I actually have one, so I'm kind of sticking with that. It's gonna take a while to do that, to really accomplish what I want to do, but it's gonna be all right. I like your avatar model. Thank you, Eager. I know you've been here before. I remember your name. But yeah, thank you for the compliment. I'm glad that you like it. There's not just this form. There are 3 other forms that I can take. So you're more than welcome to explore those through channel points. As the title says, new redeems. So if you'd like to, you're more than welcome to. And your voice is also cute. Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you for the compliment. It is simply my voice. So thank you very much. I'm glad that you appreciate what you're hearing. I also appreciate that you don't have me muted. So thank you. Also, every time I hop in, I notice something new about your model. Clean and fire every time. Thank you. Thank you so much, Gar. Yeah. Again, this is only one of the 4 forms that I have, and there are some new things that have been added too. So feel free to explore that if you'd like. But I really do appreciate the compliments on the model. It's it is a customized model. It's a customized model. It's not like my own personal unique thing. But I made it as unique to me as possible. And I've done my best to make it so that you guys can play around with her and interact with her. And we'll be adding more ways you can interact with me on stream as time goes on. But I do hope that people will have fun with that. I know we have a lot of grown-ass men in my chat. And so using channel points just for fun isn't really what many of you tend to do. But the opportunity is there.
Drink water, you dehydrated bitch.
Thank you for the drinking water, Gar. Appreciate that. Doing good, just working? Well, thank you for hanging out despite working. I do hope that I can be a pleasant voice in your ear and a pleasant presence while you are accomplishing your much needed work. Okay, so we got the furthest we've ever gotten on phase 3. Or they're saving them for the real men redeems when the time is right. Well, it's quite the assumption to make, Kiki. It's quite the assumption. I'm not sure real men redeems. I'm not quite sure if we'll have those, but I certainly hope there will be something that will, hopefully draw the attention of people, So I certainly hope so. I contribute to delinquency? Oh, yes. Yes, I believe it. I do believe it. So... Hello, Tree. Thank you for the 15 stream streak. I appreciate that. Also, Michael, thank you for the 75 stream streak. Thank you so much. 75 episodes of Neth is wild. So thank you so much. Thank you, thank you. Good to see you, Tree. I hope you're doing well. I hope life is treating you well. Always appreciate you coming through. You contribute to delinquency. And we all have to contribute to something, Kiki, and I appreciate your delinquency. I appreciate what you do and how you've supported me all this time. Thank you so much. I'm glad that there's actually like a legitimately hard fight in this game. I sincerely appreciate the difficulty of this fight. Oh, that's not cool. I don't appreciate that. And of course, she disappears whenever I do that. Heal. Heal. So I do get invincibility frames when I do that kind of spinny, flowy move. So I try to take advantage of that whenever I can. Is just about done. Alright. Switching to whip, as we do. Dodge. Parry. Nice. Good shit. Good shit me. Good stuff. Heal. No, parry. Heal. Parry. Okay, get out of there. Heal. And take my life immediately. Parry. unfortunate. I do not have my invincibility ready. Okay. 3, 4, 5? Really? Okay. We have the warning. Shit. I didn't mean to do that. Did not mean to do that. Fuck. Just get it. Just do it. Just do it. It's okay. I'll switch back to whip. Good time heal. Oh wow, that's crazy. Really. Heal. Parry. Parry. We're just gonna fucking do it. I don't care. Parry. Parry. Parry again. Heal. Parry. Heal. Stop you right there. Nice. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Okay. So it can be anywhere between 3 and 5. Heal. Parry. Parry. Heal. Parry. Hit me. Heal. Parry. Parry. Dash through, and that wasn't enough. Alright. 2, 3. I hit the wrong button again. Right. Heal. It's dash, and that sucks. Heal. Parry. Parry. Heal. Ah, that's unfortunate. Heal. And you are dead. Juliet, Juliet, Juliet. Summit achieved. I told you, chat. We would win within the hour, as planned. So let's see what... First, let's read the database real quick. Okay, so she actually doesn't have an unlock. That's strange. So what was the addition? What was... Wait, did Juliet did she have an addition? Oh no, it's this. Oh right, it's the enemy, right. Juliet, the Caramel Star. Oh, not ended yet, I hope? No. As you can see, we're only 1 hour into the stream. So there is no ending on the horizon as of yet. But hello, Gregory. It's good to see you. Thank you so much for dropping in. Much hugs to you too, Gregory. Appreciate you saying hi. I hope your day has been well. I certainly hope so. Okay, So Juliet the Carmel Star, Juliet's combat form, designed as the final safeguard of Carmel's Project Centennial. It's the first time we're hearing, well, actually no, Project Centennial is the 300 mark. The only time we've heard the name Centennial is with regards to the celebration of the Carmel Star. So this particular time period is the 300th anniversary. And tomorrow, if tomorrow ever actually came, which it should come now that we've taken control of the entirety of the ship, that would be the 300th anniversary of the Carmel Academy, basically. So her combat capabilities are specifically developed to counter chrono beings. As a key executor of Carmel's Project Centennial, she intervenes whenever the Academy's development deviates from its intended path. Although the president and the principal share the same ultimate goal, to save humanity, they diverge in their methods. Juliet strives to save every student, while the principal believes preserving genetic and digital data is sufficient. To challenge this, Juliet awakened KOTAMA from the egg, guiding her to confront the principal and to return the power of choice to the students. So the one who awakened us is the one we had to defeat, as we are simply a artificially created being. So interact. Wow, that's an interesting new sprite. All the holes in her panties. Looks like I've lost. She just took them all off. Nice. Looks like I've lost. Even with all the power of the principal on my side, I still lost to you. And witnessing everyone unite behind you like this, I must admit, I feel a tinge of envy. But this just shows that you're capable of forging a path I never imagined. From this moment on, you're the true Carmel Star. The fate of the Academy's citadel now lies in your hands. To end this world cycle, or to let it endure, do what you believe is right, KOTAMA. Okay. Interact again. Ask. About the current situation in the Academy Citadel. This Academy Citadel is in a loop wrapped in a space-time bubble generated by chronofluid. Time inside the bubble flows independently from the outside world. But once that bubble pops, there's no going back. You'll enter a world with no second chances. In other words, we'll have to keep moving forward into the new world. Oh, that was what KOTAMA said. Oh, whatever. I read that wrong. You're even starting to win me over. About the president's plan. I want to believe in the president's plan. I need to think it over. Okay, so basically we do have an opportunity to take on the president's plan. I need to think it over. Take your time. This decision affects every student at Carmel, after all. Okay, that's all I wanted to ask. Talk. Whatever your choice is, I'll respect it. Since we're nearing the end, I might as well throw in a cheesy line or two. Okay, what is this? Interact. This is the chronofluid core that powers the Academy Citadel. To stop the launch, it must be addressed. Not yet. We're not gonna do it yet. Because we're not done. We're not done. So, it does suck that we'll have to walk all the way back here again. That does suck, but that's fine. We have another boss to kill, chat. But before we do that, I'm going to run to the bathroom. So I will be right back. Unfortunately, the ads are currently running, which kind of sucks, but I don't think that I can. Well, maybe I can wait a little bit longer. I'll wait until we can actually have a proper break. Okay, well, let's go ahead and we're going to return. We return. So we need to wrap up one last loose end. So that is what we are about to do. I don't know if this is the order of things. I don't know if this is how I'm supposed to do things, because there are no guides on this game. This is a very, very indie Metroidvania that doesn't have any manner of... it doesn't have any popular content creators making any sort of guidance with regards to this game. So there are choices that you can make. There are ways that you can approach the game. However, this is very, very much a situation where we are having to trust our instincts, as it were. And so that is what we shall do. And let's see. Now that we have cleared that up, let's go ahead and recycle temporalis. Yes, please. I believe I have 2. Yes, please. Oh, I'm out of temporalis. Okay. Anyway. Okay, so we did get 1 memo card. Increases damage dealt to chrono beings. So I do think that we're going to use this. This captures the glorious moment of the very first Caramel Star winner. Who would have thought someone would turn this precious footage into a memo card? So I do believe that the final boss in this game is a chrono being, if I had to guess. Okay. All right. So let's do... So we're using Liquid Blade. We're going along with that. And we do need to, as I said, equip First Champion. I actually do enjoy having a shield, so we're not going to get rid of that. Moderately increases Liquid Blade attack. Yeah, we definitely do need that. So, having a shield is good. I would like to be able to increase my damage, though. Let's see, then. Right, all the purple ones are the ones that I have equipped. Okay. Alright, we have that. see. I want to make sure that we can kill this final boss as quickly as possible, as quickly and efficiently as possible. So I'm making sure that we have exactly what we need to do so. So we do have an explosion. We have this. Moderately increases attack. Right, and what is this? Yeah, we need that. Moderately increases active skill damage. Upon taking damage, releases an energy burst that deals damage to surrounding enemies. I am not... I'm pretty certain that this has been useful to me. Pretty certain of that. Motley increases base attack. We're not going to do that. We're going to remove this. And we're going to put on... Increases damage against chrono beings. Because I'm pretty certain that the final boss that we're fighting, it is a version of ourselves that is most definitely a chrono being, because it's essentially a copy of ourselves. So we shall do that. And let's go ahead and get it done. Strange they couldn't dash through that. Wow. That was unexpected. Taking damage on the way there. X and Y. B is to switch weapons. It's down here. I will... Oh, right. I can just recover my chrono. Just automatically recover that on my own. Saving. And let's do it! KOTAMA sailfish. This is actually quite a challenging fight from what I've seen. I have seen a good bit of this fight. So there is no stun. There is 0 stun on this particular boss, which means that despite whatever I do, there will be no moment of respite at any time. Heal. Oh, so there is stun. Big. Alright. Parry. Parry. Okay. Shit. Heal. Parry. Too late. Parry. Dash. Nope. Okay. Heal. Okay. We're getting a new ability. Parry. 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 Unfortunately, I dashed too late. Alright. Ah, that was too early. Okay. 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 Heal. That was yep, that was what killed me before. That was what killed me before. That was that insanity is what killed me before. Okay, so what we're going to do now is I'm going to actually take a short break. Okay. I do wonder. Yeah. In any case, I will be right back. I'm going to use the bathroom, and thank you all for lurking. Hello. Hi. Thank you very much for being here tonight. Appreciate everybody who is lurking. Thank you for the welcome back, Sly. And also, Hiki, I'm very sorry. I missed your 55 stream streak. Thank you very much for that. Unfortunately, there's no sound effect that goes with the stream streak redeem. So I apologize for not acknowledging you. Thank you very much for 55 streams straight. You are so dedicated. I sincerely appreciate you, for real. Thank you very much. I was already looking at it, so I'm not going to miss it. Thank you very much for the 30 stream streak, Sly. Thank you so much. And congrats to Gregory for winning the arbitrary play points that are meant to hopefully keep you guys preoccupied and engaged in the stream. So there are a couple of ways you can make use of your eddies. So I certainly hope that you all will do so. But in any case, thank you all for being here. It's all good. I got reset a while back, so I can't be proud of it. Well, that's true. I can understand that. But hey, there will always be time as long as I'm able to continue to stream, and as long as I'm still able to continue to do what I do, there will always be an opportunity to recover. So eventually you will supersede your previous record. I'm sure of it. At least I'd like to hope so. All right. Let's go ahead and I'm Sly. I do hope your day has been going well. I do hope you've had a fine day today so far. So you didn't end up beating the game last night, I see? No, that did not happen. We got very close, but tonight we're basically just taking on the final bosses. We beat one of the two bosses that we need to fight, and so that is what we are doing currently. We're fighting the second boss, and then we have a final choice that will potentially, decide the fate of the game itself. So we're well on our way, but we must complete this last task first and foremost. We must return the future version of us to the Sailfish Gang, and so we must fight them in order to have them return back. And with that, we should be able to get the final rewards in the game, as I hope so, and then we'll be able to travel back into the ship and make our final choice. We've been fighting for the sake of the students that we saved, so I wouldn't say that's exactly on the table, Sly. Oh, right. The music is still playing. Okay. Back to it. Oh god, I didn't even see the other one there. I'm not on the ball. I seem to have... That's more like it. As for today's 85% good, 50% is I broke my candy jar. I see. So is the candy jar... Is that not something that you can refill? Heal. Excellent. Heal. Parry. Parry. Heal. I forgot about that. Right, there's always two. Very close to phase 2, as shown by heal. Right, we can't do that. Right, those are unblockable. Heal. Heal. Oh, there's still two. Boss is wonky. I see. Okay, this is the I need to stop floundering there. That is what's killing me. I still feel like I'm not in control during that whole sequence. I don't enjoy the fact that I'm still just kind of like rolling with whatever. Whatever happens. timing down there. Dash through, heal. I would like... I'd really like to avoid the warning. And unfortunately we got the warning. Okay. Pay attention to what's near me. Pay attention to what's near me. Should have dashed through. At least we made it through the warning. Now we just need to hope we don't have another. I'm not sure if I'll survive. Push through. Push through. I should move away further. Heal. Parry. Oh, nope. Parry. Please do not do the warning. Heal. Push through, heal. Nice. Heal. Victory. We win. Nice. Well, there it is, chat. As I said, I had full confidence that I'd be able to do this. Very difficult fight. GG. Thank you, Trip. Thank you, thank you. So this is basically us from the future, as my understanding.
Good job.
So hello, Vane. Good to see you. Thank you for being here. I hope you're doing well. Thank you for sticking around, Trip. I appreciate that. I do hope that you've had a good Wednesday.
Oh my God!
Okay. Hopefully you're able to. Hopefully you're able to hear that one, Vane. I tried to make sure that that would be audible this time. Thank you very much for hitting me with the classic. I appreciate that. Good, just got off work not long ago? Well, that's good to hear. I heard it. I hope it was fully heard and not like in the background or something. But I hope I fixed it. But I'm glad to hear that you are hopefully relaxing at home, or at the very least relaxing in your own space, whatever that may be. But yeah. It was loud, no worries. Thank you for letting me know. I tried to make everything work properly. There is a lot going on behind the scenes, so I appreciate the reassurance. I think my neighbor... That's funny. But yeah, it's good to see you. Good to see you, Vane. I hope you're doing well and getting some good relaxation. But yeah, I was confident that we'd be able to beat these two bosses within tonight, and we did. So I'm glad you're cozy, Vane. Hell yeah. So this version of ourselves is asking us to finish them. Let's see what they have to say. Finish me. Then you'll be the only KOTAMA left. No. Only one of us can exist. It's our fate. Actually, if I remember... Okay, so if I had to figure out exactly what's going on here. While we were playing throughout this game, we had umbrellas left behind. So we were receiving these umbrella tips that I pieced together to be clues left behind by a previous version of ourselves, since we have been in a never-ending time loop in this game. But there are possibilities. There is a possibility that there was a KOTAMA or many KOTAMAs before this version of ourselves as we were playing the game that failed in the mission to release the school from being trapped in this time loop. And I would believe that this version of us, this sailfish version of us, was the previous version of us and was probably the one that was leaving behind the umbrella clues for us to follow. If I had to guess. But I don't want this. But if I'm not even KOTAMA, then who am I? You don't have to be me. Just like I don't have to be you. It's like this. Oh. Interesting. Huh. I wasn't expecting her to look like that, but they have the butterflies in the eyes. And maybe the selfish identity was meant to cover up the tail, because every version, I would imagine every version of KOTAMA, all of us were chrono beings, and chrono beings they are humans merged with chrono fluid, basically. So basically, it makes sense that this KOTAMA would look different because another human was used. And perhaps this room that's called the Genesis is where all of the humans that are used to create future KOTAMAs are stored and used to experiment on. So, I do wish that we looked like this. Personally, I wish that our protagonist character looked like this, and the alternate version of us looked like the current version of us. I actually wish that was the case, because at least this design looks far more, I guess, less campy and more like a confident, resolute protag, in my opinion. See? Even without this mask, we are totally different. Who we become is a result of our choices. Just follow your heart, and things will work out. But that would mean... Ah, just another day. Another sisterly quarrel. Nothing exciting to see here. The guide was right. Let's have fun together next time. You are me. After performing an active skill, KOTAMA summons a Sailfish Phantom to perform a joint attack. Footage of Sailfish using a Rewinder, her most loyal partner, who stood behind her through countless battles. Well, she has evolved too? Yeah? That's very, very true. Very, very true. I agree. Entirely. So that's very interesting. And the Sailfish Rewinder. An older model of the Rewinder that significantly enhances KOTAMA's basic abilities. Retrofitted by Sailfish, it now performs functions beyond its original design. Press L and R to spend 3 charges and enhance KOTAMA's motor and cognitive functions as she enters mind acceleration. Well, it seems we should have done this fight first before we did the final boss, chat. That's what this looks like. We just got super powered. We got supercharged. So, well, shit. I guess we beat the boss without having the full extent of our abilities unlocked. Well, would you look at that? I just so happen to be a gamer. Go figure. So let's see. So you press L and R together to spin 3 charges in hands. Okay, interesting. It be that way in open-ended games? Yeah, it do be that way sometimes, for sure. And especially with no particular guides for this game, like no real, I guess, written guides, like there have been for many of the other popular Metroidvanias in the past. It makes sense that this would happen. So in a Metroidvania, your skills are all that matters. It doesn't particularly matter what items you use. It doesn't particularly matter what skills you have. Obviously, if you have the basic ones that you need, in Metroidvanias, all that matters mainly is skill. So, that's perfectly fine. Okay. So full power has been unleashed. It's why there are no upgrade challenges. Exactly. Yeah, because there's no need to do upgrade challenges unless, you know, you want to. Well, I mean, you don't need them because you basically just have to. You play the game and you can win. If you're good enough, you can do it with very basic shit. So yes, I agree. It is a shame, though, that Okay, well, Let's see. Why are you putting on that hood again? I still need some time to get used to this sister thing. And we even get some extra temporalis as well. Wow, that's crazy. Okay, well, Okay, so database. Let's see what we unlocked in the database. It should be the final version of Unchosen Sailfish. Sailfish is a fully unleashed form, capable of switching between Umbrella Sphere, Whip Hammer, and Liquid Blade. Her techniques becoming utterly unpredictable. Yeah, that was a very difficult fight. Not as hard as the final boss with Juliet. Actually, would I say that this fight was harder than the final fight with Juliet? I would say that both fights were challenging, but both fights took me about the same amount of time to complete. So that's like, I'm not quite sure. I guess that's why I'm struggling to determine if it actually was harder than the other. It took about around the same amount of time and tries to complete. A synthetic replica of KOTAMA, condemned as unchosen after falling short of the principal's plans. Though stripped of all identity, she still acts according to her original purpose, to wander Carmel and protect it, a place where tomorrow never comes. That duty is all she has left. So, I do think that all of these umbrella items, these lore items that we covered throughout the entirety of the game, I do think that these are the memories of the previous KOTAMA, the one that we just defeated, if I had to guess. Okay. Well, we now have the Sailfish Rewinder, the better one. Press L and R to spin 3 charges and enhance KOTAMA motor and cognitive functions as she enters bind acceleration. Okay, so I want to see what this looks like. And we still have one more memo card that we're missing. Okay. Let's just go ahead and go back. That is pretty wild, though. We actually have more stuff that we are missing out on. I would like to think that we should be able to go back and see the final Sailfish member. Okay. So basically, it seems like mind acceleration slows everything down. Let's test it out. But I do think that everything gets slowed down. We'll move to Biology Station. That's where the sailfish are located. And I'm hoping that since we did find technically everything in the game, we're only missing one more memo card. We will go ahead and recycle Temporalis. We have 5. That's 1. We don't really need to do this, but we're just gonna do it anyway. 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. We do have a new memo card, but it is quite a demanding memo card. So I'm not quite sure if we want to add that. So, okay, so that, like, I imagine I would attack twice. If I summoned it, it would just attack twice. I would like to see what this looks like, just out of pure curiosity. I'd like to know. This is a very, very demanding memo card. I mean, at this point, we're basically done with the game. So, we can remove that. We can remove this. Active skill damage. We can remove that. So, let's move some stuff around. Let's see about equipping this. I don't want any gaps. That's going to be frustrating. Okay, that leaves two massive gaps. We'll get rid of Psycholog for now. I don't want to spend a whole lot of time doing this. We're basically at the end of the game. Okay. I'll try to do this as quickly as I can. Okay. Then So we could take 2 3s. We have you or me. We don't really need cycle log. Moderately increases base attack. Well, it's either 3 2s or 2 3s. We'll do that. And then increase base attack. I guess we'll just there is a I keep seeing a mouse. There's a mouse in my apartment. For whatever reason, they keep coming to my apartment. I don't know why, but I just saw the mouse scurry. I don't know how they get in. I have no idea, but they managed to make their way into my apartment, and it's quite frustrating. The cold, yeah, but they should find other places to park themselves other than my apartment. But they most certainly make themselves at home here. I got cats they hunt. So much for being a cat girl. Yeah, but I'm not exactly going to spend my time hunting mice. I have had ways of capturing them before, but you know, as fate would have it, I find more enjoyment in streaming than hunting cats. Hunting mice, rather, not hunting cats. I hunt cats in general as a streamer. All my friends are cat girls. All my streamer friends are cat girls, so you know, as it would make sense for that to be the case. Alright, do you like them big, thick rats? I don't know about all that. I don't know about all of that, but, you know, I would prefer them to not make themselves at home here. And yet they do. So, that's quite frustrating. But, you know, I suppose it do be that way sometimes. Nothing as satisfying than that snap. That snap? Or you mean that snack? Do you mean that snack at 2 AM? I'm assuming that's what you meant. Oh, snap. Ah, I see. Got you. Understandable, understandable, yeah. But I do need a proper mouse trap. I have had an exterminator come through, but unfortunately that was not enough to get rid of them. Ah, mousetrap. Yes. I've had a few mice recently in this winter, but I also have a doggo. If they prance about, it's not me they should be afraid of. Proper mousetrap, they meow and keep your lap warm. Ah, yes, of course. But they also cost money and require shots and veterinarian visits. So, that is not something I'm willing to do. But I suppose, yes, obviously, actual cats, you know, I am just a cat girl, but obviously cats who are of the fully feline variety would be better suited. Much like roaches, it's a long process usually. Yes. Okay, so what am I not... After performing an active skill. Okay, so that's what it looks like. That's cool. I had a feeling that was what it would look like in general. But yes, I would like a proper mousetrap. I would. But yeah, those particular ones do cost a fair bit of money. But you know, it is what it is. One of my cats is a total sadist. He crunches on mice, flings them, and does it again and again. Wow. That is substantial. Very, very substantial. Talk. Wait. This is a problem. This is a problem. Captain Fishhead. So, I apparently have not found all of the Fishhead gang members. That is a problem. That is a problem. I'm not sure how that could be. I've 100%ed the map. I've literally been everywhere. I'm a bit confused by this turn of events, but it is what it is. What am I? Oh yeah, I read about that. Yeah, I would like to have actually I don't know if I would like to have a cat or not. I don't think I would do very well with cats. I'm not very I mean I have my family has owned a cat before, but owning a pet on my own I think would be problematic. But I can understand them wanting to be, obviously they should be afraid of a dog or a cat, obviously. They should be afraid of that. But it is unfortunate that I'm in the predicament that I'm in. I don't quite understand how people who are struggling to make ends meet have pets. That's not something I quite understood. I don't really understand that line of thinking. But I suppose pets do offer companionship, but they also, you know, are a substantial financial investment. So I just don't particularly understand how they can find the means to afford such an expense. But, you know, as it is, people choose what they want to do, and some people prefer to have a companion than being on their own, and I can understand that. But sadly, it is a bit inconvenient for me to so it does temporarily, the mind acceleration does temporarily slow things down. Gotta make sure you take care of yourself before you can take care of another living organism. Yes, and it's because of that. It's because of that awareness. That is why I don't have a pet. But I know of people who invest in pets, despite them not being in a position to like afford to have it. I don't quite understand it. Aside from the fact that, you know, as I said, people prefer to have a companion. So for me, I get it from that, like, general perspective, but it's still quite strange to me why they would put themselves in a more difficult situation. But I suppose that's not for me to be concerned with. Interact. So what happens? Did I save? Press onward. What happens if I stop here? No, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do that. But yeah, I am on the same page as you. You need to be able to take care of yourself before you can take care of another being. Maybe you can get a Venus flytrap just to chew a little maintenance hungry plant boy. I've not been very good with plants. I mean, it's not that I particularly require any sort of companionship. I don't really. I am quite independent, as cats are. I'm quite independent, so I would be very okay with simply being on my own. I need to get her. Okay, we need to get her early. Oh, I see. Right, if we're in temporal stasis, that means that every enemy is going to be more powerful. I don't particularly care. I'll be in stasis. Doesn't make a difference to me. Okay, so interesting. I forgot that I did not open this door. Get glue traps. In order to capture mice in the past, I have used glue traps. I have. I certainly am not above that, and I've done that in the past, and perhaps I have to do that again. Perhaps I do. So. Okay. So, I foolishly did not. Neff, I'm so sad. It's my heart. It hurts. Did you? I'm assuming you finished 9 souls. Did you have to sacrifice yourself to save the people? Did any of 9 souls hurt? I had a feeling. But I mean, obviously, if it had a emotional impact on you, clearly it was a good game. So I'm happy that you enjoyed it. So good though. It's really good to hear. I've pretty much reached the tail end of this game. We're still trying to kind of wrap up a little bit of what's going on here. So, I'm glad that you have been enjoying it though. Or that you finished rather, that you enjoyed it. My bad. But yes. But thank you for dropping in. Weren't you going to do a extended stream today? Look at us beating games? Yes. Very true, very true. Very true. We are certainly doing the business and giving the games the business. As we do, Rogue, as we do. Yes, you guys should go follow Rogue if you've not done so. Rogue is a good friend of mine. We collab quite often. And she is quite a good friend and quite a talented streamer. But yes, we actually finished up the last 2 bosses in the game, but there's still a small bit of loose ends. Small matter that needs to be handled. Oh, I see. So we're basically just kind of resolving the last tidbit that we need to finish up. Okay. Oh, okay, so Rogue is still streaming. I see. That makes sense. Being able to the badass queens we are. Yes. So true. So real. Hello, Digi. I've been running ragged. Helping your parents move. I can certainly imagine that's quite the undertaking, Digi, especially given, you know, your general condition. You are quite the dedicated son. I'm sure they very much appreciate it. Yeah, welcome in, Digi. also unblockable. I don't even have to do this. I don't even have to fight them, but I'm choosing to. Because I want to try out the new abilities. I don't really have a good opportunity to do that, so I figured I would. And they are dead. Nice. I have to get up at 6 AM again, so it won't be long tonight. I just want to pop in and say hi. That's totally reasonable. I don't mind that. No worries. We do have our priorities for sure. Wild. Okay, I need to... There we go. Okay. And then we go down. And then we open the door. Which I forgot to do before. The door is now open. I'm glad you're cozy, Gregory. Alright, so we are back. We're back to the ship. And we can see what's going to happen now that we have sorted this shit out. So I still have two options here. It's the chrono fluid core that powers the Academy Citadel. To stop the launch, it must be addressed. We'll absorb the energy. Press B to absorb chrono fluid. Press B to absorb chrono fluid. Press B to absorb. Return to Earth. Finish the game on challenge difficulty. So this is the future of everybody continuing on the ship. This was the path that we chose. And we shall see it through to the end. But it seems that after all is said and done, after absorbing the chrono fluid, it seems that KOTAMA is basically the source of the power that's powering the ship at that point. Again, this is a game. I will talk through this particular ending, not through the other ones, but I'll talk through this one. This was a very good game. Obviously, I think this game took a lot of cues from games like Hollow Knight. What other games do I think they took cues from? Like Hollow Knight, maybe even Nine Souls. I've seen a little bit of Nine Souls gameplay, so maybe a bit of that also. I've turned down the game, guys. It's perfectly fine now. Yeah, I believe the game has taken some cues from many other Metroidvanias. It's hard to really know which ones, but there seems to be a lot of inspiration here of like what's of the games that have been, you know, like many Metroidvanias that have come before it. And I think it's it's a quite good game. It's relatively easy comparatively. I do think that this game was quite easy when it comes to other Metroidvanias. But I do think that it was fully featured enough to give someone a full experience of you know, enjoying a game, and obviously you have the option to do the harder stuff if you want. We did play the game on the hardest difficulty, and now basically I believe that, you know, we should be mostly finished with the game. We're pretty much done with the game. Hello, Bun. Hello, good to see you. Welcome in. I hope you're doing well. It's good to see you. I hope all is well with you. It's always good to see you, Bun. But we have basically reached the end of this game. We're not quite done. We are going to see about the previous endings. I believe I just got out of a 3-hour meeting. I am Dej. I would imagine you would be. But you know, hey, you will have plenty of time to recharge once you are back home and able to entertain your adoring fans, including me. So yeah, we did finish up this game. I don't know how many endings there are, but I believe this is obviously the first ending we've done. We will reset, not reset the game, but we will go back to our save file and try to unlock the other two if the game allows us to. I'm not sure if it will, but I do like this game. It was good. I think it was a good first attempt by Adam Strings. I had a lot of fun. About over 50,000 people bought this game, and I had the benefit of playing it for free. And so I was able to see, oh, there's extra stuff. Hold on. Okay. So if I had to guess, that was the I think that was the true ending, because we were able to save everybody, and we also saved the alternate version of ourselves. So even though we didn't live because we chose to push forward into the future after absorbing all of the corona fluid that basically caused this entire game in the first place, the whole time loop issue in the first place. After absorbing it, I believe we are the ones who are now powering the entirety of the ship, and everyone else gets to live on, and we entrust the future to the rest of the academy, basically. I would like to get to 100 votes. I would like to get the last memo card, and we're going to see if we can do that. We're going to see if we can do that. So I do hope that we can return to our save file. Reality mode? What is this? Reality mode unlocked. Upon seeing reality mode, game intensity will be further increased. Checkpoints will become damaged checkpoints and cannot be used for save. I mean, we already did that. So game intensity will be further increased. I mean, I already beat the game on the hardest difficulty. Wait, checkpoints become damaged. It can't be. Oh, they can't be used for saving. Okay. That's interesting. Okay, so we can return to our save file. We can return to it. I do think we saw the true ending, though. I do think that we did. So that is certainly a plus. So let's see what happens if we don't absorb. Talk. Wait, ask. About the president's plan. I want to believe in the president's plan. Okay, so basically the whole reason why we had this final fight in the first place was because we rejected the plan in the first place. So I do believe the I'll reject Juliet's plan option is just a way out of this line of choosing. So we already rejected, so we're going to say that we have faith. And we're going to see what happens. Juliet hasn't done anything wrong. I trust her. Are you really sure about this? Once you make this decision, there's no turning back. Yes, I want to stand by your side. So this is basically like saving Juliet and basically saving all the students, but I guess not at the cost of sacrificing ourselves. So this is the ending where we don't end up dead. And okay, interesting. Let's see what happens. I see. Let's face everything together then. But before we set off, there's a lot to prepare. You'll help me out, won't you, KOTAMA? Of course. I'll stand by your side, Juliet. Complete the Juliet ending. Farewell to the solar system. So it's a lesbian ending. Nice. We'll skip. Okay. So it seems that we are still able to get the true ending. We got the basic ending. Well, we got both endings plus the true ending. Let's be friends. Yeah, true. All right. So we will go back into it. There is again, there is a few extra things that we need to do. All right. Juliet has recognized you as the new. Oh yeah, we already did that. We already said that. End the cycle or place your trust in the president. Okay. So we ended the cycle and trusted the president. Let's see what happens when we go to the principal's office. So what happens if we just stop here? Stop here. Reconsider it. Yes, I wish to stop here. I see. Well, I can only express my deepest regret. Complete the rewind ending. Man, they really did not have a whole lot of budget. They did not have a whole lot of budget to work with. So I'm assuming that if we stop there, that means that we basically give up and we are destroyed. We give up and we're destroyed, and a new KOTAMA would be born. Actually, you know what that is? I think that ending basically means that we stop but the process doesn't stop. It basically means, from if I could parse what I just saw, it was one frame of an image. But I would imagine that means that a new KOTAMA is being born. So just as when we first came into existence, the first person we saw was Juliet. And Juliet basically tasked us with what we should be doing. Our goal, our end goal, to ultimately break the cycle. And I think this ending is basically everything gets reset and a new KOTAMA is born. And the cycle continues. Okay. So those are the 3 endings. I don't think that there are any more endings to dive into. I do believe that we were able to get the true ending since we unlocked a new mode. So we beat the game on challenge mode. And then there's a reality mode. Interesting. Okay. I mean, I do think the game is good. It is a shame that there wasn't much budget for very deep storytelling, and as I have made a point to mention throughout our playthrough of this game, a lot of the lore of this game and this world and its characters, a lot of it was locked behind all of this database information. And there's like, again, there's a shit ton of database information, and we still actually missed one. We actually didn't manage to unlock all of the informative boxes, which is not great. Now that we've done 100% of the map, we're now... I'm now in a state of, well... I've seen 100% of all the map, and there's still things that I'm missing. And at that point, it's like, well... That is a bit... It's a bit frustrating. So, what I'm going to do is... I'm going to head back to... Actually not sure what I should do at this point. I wish I could just have everything sorted, but there's still the matter of like there's one Sailfish gang member that we did not save. And there's one memo card which is probably locked behind the last Sailfish member that we didn't save. So I would say at this point I will take some time. Imagine if it was impossible to 100%. Then it wouldn't be a proper game. At that point, it would be a broken game. Why give the possibility of 100%ing when it's not possible? That would be a very poorly made game in that case. I'm just a bit kind of at a loss because, again, we've seen everything. And I was hoping that something would reveal itself. But there doesn't seem to be anything. And somehow we still missed a thing. Somehow. Some way. Many of the Sailfish members were... They were only visible They only popped up under certain circumstances, under certain at certain times of the day. That's when certain Sailfish members showed themselves. So there is a possibility that I may have missed a Sailfish member and not have gone back to it because I missed it somehow, some way. What should I do? Principal's office. So... Very odd. Let me see. Is there... Okay, I'm almost certain that there is an achievement for getting all the memo cards. I do want to properly 100% this game, though. Give me a second, chat. So... 36 of 40 achievements earned. Okay, let me see. Let's see. Collect all memo cards, achieve 100% of the votes, unlock all achievements. Oh my gosh. Yep, there is still one more memo card. And I know what it's locked behind. It's locked behind the Sailfish member, which you still haven't found. And we get the final amount of votes after saving the last Sailfish member. So, chat, give me a moment. Give me a second to sort this out. Ooh, I see. I see. Wow. That's interesting. What do we switch to? Do we switch to anything? Do we do anything? Let me see. Wow, there's like no music. That is kind of dull. Let me check my notes. Nope, my notes have nothing. Then oh my gosh. I'm not going to worry about that. Where? Okay, let me open this map again. I'm sorry, chat. You know, this is honestly, beating the last two bosses was, you know, something I was looking forward to doing, and you know, wrapping up this game also was something I was looking forward to doing. It is looking forward to doing. I've already done it basically. So. for a bit more fanfare, but better to have basic expectations. Yeah, there's no way I'm going to be able to look at this and know where it could be. I'm not going to be able to do that. It's not possible. Okay, well, in that case, I suppose we should move on. It's very, very hopeful I could finish up everything. I don't understand, dude. Whatever. Okay. Got a firecracker? What do you... Got a firecracker when you want it Chinese New Year? Yeah. I wanted to finish the game. I really did. But... I'm most definitely at a bit of a I'm at a slight bit of a loss. So we do still have a bit of time. Gosh. All right. So yeah. Yeah, I honestly think that we're going to... I think this is good. I think this is good. Well, I will try to do it off stream. I'll try to wrap things up off stream. Because I unfortunately cannot promise that I'll be able to figure out anything. Also, thank you so much for the sub. I appreciate that. Thank you, thank you. Sin, thank you for the 16 months, then. Thank you, thank you. Hello, welcome, welcome. Good to see you. I hope you had a lovely time with your friends yesterday. So, thank you so much for the 16 months and the support, Zen. Always appreciate you. Thank you, thank you. All right. So, chat, I think we are going to wrap things up. I did. Hope your day is good. Yeah. Yeah, it's been a fairly good day, I would say. All right. So, yeah, I really do appreciate the support, Zen. I hope your Wednesday has been awesome too. So, okay. So, I do want to thank you guys for hanging out with me tonight. I really do appreciate it. I hope you guys enjoyed yourselves. I hope it was a good, lovely time. We are going to go ahead and close up shop. I know. But it is what it is. Next time we will have another game to play. I know there'll be another game to play. I'm very happy that we're able to wrap up this game. I'm not sure what we'll be playing next. I'll have to figure that out. But I like to think that it will still be a good time whenever we get around to that. So, if you enjoyed your time here, I do hope that you will join the Discord so you know when I go live. I'd really appreciate that. Thank you, thank you. And of course, if you'd like to check out my socials, the link has been in the top of the chat. So please feel free to check that out if you'd like. And a hearty pun. Thank you for the wave. Appreciate you guys hanging out. Thank you so much for that. We are going to see about... I think we will raid somebody. And who we will raid is... Okay. I know who we will show some love to tonight. Okay. Sorry it's so quiet. Thank you for the love. I appreciate that. So we are going to raid Kaiser. Kaiser is playing Helldivers and doing a collab with a couple of people. A couple of very, very lovely people. So we're going to be showing them some love. So again, I appreciate you guys hanging out tonight. Thank you guys for chilling. I hope you enjoyed your time as it was. Have a good night, Neff. Thank you very much, Hiki. I hope you have a good night also. And thank you, Kyomu. Thank you for thank you for the bye-bye. Appreciate that. Much love to you guys. Much love to you, Gregory. Thank you so much for hanging out. I really do appreciate that. And I will be back tomorrow with another stream. So I'm certainly looking forward to seeing you guys then. Thank you guys for the time. Spending time with me tonight. I really do appreciate that. I hope you have a good rest of your evening, whatever you decide to do. I hope you have a wonderful Thursday. And as always, I do appreciate you guys hanging out with me tonight. Alright, so with that out the way, thank you guys so much. Have a great time with Kaiser. Please let Kaiser know how badass they are. They're playing Helldivers 2. And I will see you guys most likely tomorrow. Alright? Bye bye.